to do a little video tour of the toter home here. That's what we like to call it, or Deselegant. It's a 2007 E350 chassis. I bought just the cabin chassis, and when I brought it home, boy, I thought my wife was going to kill me. First words out of her mouth were, "What did you buy?" She didn't see the vision that I saw. And I didn't even have a motorhome envisioned yet. I just bought it to pull everything because my Avalanche just struggled to pull the mud truck and struggled to pull anything with any weight, really. After I had the transmission done, I had nothing but problems. So anyways, put this together. Now, when I first put it together, and I'll insert some pictures in a slideshow, I used, and you can see it's got a spot there, and there where the paint's peeling. And that's because I had to use 3/4 inch treated plywood. And yeah, it's not very good. And I had to paint it right away because we were leaving for Yellowstone the next morning. Well, I had 2 weeks before we left, and I worked on it right up till about 2 or 3 in the morning the night before we left. Anyways, added an onboard generator. Can't say enough good things about these Predator 3500s. Now, what this does is allows me to go anywhere and run the AC, run everything, you know, without worry. So, yep, built a little back porch on here. Originally planned on putting it in one of these compartments, but was worried about exhaust getting inside and, you know, killing us. So anyways, built a little back porch on there, and I extended my hitch out, and I got it hooked to my, this is actually my oil rig for picking up oil. That's all the stuff we store in there. I had to take it out so I could show you. But anyways, come around the porch here, and I added the 2-step there that pulls out up to the porch. Everything's trimmed out in aluminum. Just thought it made it look a little better. Yeah, so we'll walk up inside, but right before we go inside here, I'm going to insert that slideshow. Like I said, I bought this thing in 2018, so that was long before I was doing anything with YouTube, really. So it's just pictures, and I'm surprised I took those, honestly. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll take you inside afterwards. Well, I said, "Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white. It ain't real clear, is that you?" He said, "Yeah, I was 11. And times were tough back in 35. That's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm in the Great Depression. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Yeah, picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. Oh, and this one here was taken overseas in the middle of hell in 1943 in the wintertime. You can almost see my breath. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee. All right, here we go inside. So yeah, this used to be a truck bed camper, actually, is what it was. Got a nice little welcome mat there, and nice custom floor. That continues throughout. A smaller table there, just so you can sit down easier. Slide around the corner, you know. The original table was bigger, so I actually had to cut another piece of plywood to turn that back into a bed. But, you know, just got a small sink here for the kitchen. Nice little window. Got custom curtains. Got a nice little 4-burner stovetop with the oven. I added air conditioning because I don't like to be hot at all. That's another reason for the generator. You can run that AC going right down the road. You can see the bed up there. It's got a solar panel and a bunch of pillows and stuff up there. So, and the bed's not made. So real life here, folks. Anyways, we've got 30 gallons of fresh water. Well, I can't get to it, but there's a 30-gallon freshwater tank right underneath there. That's another reason I didn't make a walkthrough here. But you can see, you can communicate with the driver and hand me a sandwich and a pop while I'm driving. Pretty handy. When we first got it together, the test drive, all 5 of us loaded up in this thing and went out to Yellowstone for 2 weeks. It was quite the adventure, man. It's not something I would have planned, but my wife sure wanted to do it, and we did, and I'd do it again. It was awesome. But it's got overhead storage. This is where we keep all the food. You know, nothing fancy up there. But all the woodwork is custom. All the cabinets, everything's custom made. Even the floor. It's more like a yacht in here, really. Got a nice little microwave. And you can see the nice woodwork there. Got a vent. Nice little fridge. Doesn't hold a whole lot, but you'd be surprised what you can pack in that bad boy. We pack her full. Because there's 4 of us minimum going, so. It's got a nice little bathroom. Nothing fancy, not much room in there, but you know, you're not having a dance party when you're in there usually. Some people might. Nice little sink in there. I had to redo the floor in there because I wasn't doing this floor again. That was a pain in the butt. And we had the black tank is directly underneath that toilet. Well, when this camper was built, didn't realize it at the time, but it's like screwed right to the top of it with a flange, and then that bolts to the toilet. Well, it was holding the toilet. So what happened was the top of the tank snapped. We were out camping. Yeah, and you can imagine how that was. But just a nice full-length mirror there for the wife to get ready and make sure she's looking beautiful. It's got storage next to the sink that's pretty deep. That's full of a bunch of stuff, and it's still pretty deep. I don't know why my camera's not focusing today. But, yeah. Pretty nice little bathroom. Now, when we went out to Yellowstone, it was right in the middle of the COVID pandemic there. So I'm super glad that the day before we left, I don't know what my camera's doing. Anyways, day before we left, I decided to add an on-demand hot water heater and another 40-gallon freshwater tank outside. I'll take you out there. But that's just so you can shower, you know, just in case. But there's the extra freshwater fill. There's the original. I need to wash this thing. It's been sitting all winter, and it's got a bunch of black stuff all over it. And it's got some paint peeling, and it needs some repairs, but it's been together for 6 years now. At least 4 years it's been in this form. But anyways, so yeah, thankfully I did that, because when we went to Yellowstone, you weren't allowed to go in the bathrooms. You couldn't go in the restaurants. Everything was closed. So we were on our own, man, for 2 weeks. And thankfully I added that 40-gallon freshwater tank, and we were able to shower and, you know, do what we had to do. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the tour. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.